name is Syndey Combs, and I'm part of the class of 2011 from the Gatton Academy, and I'm here with Lieutenant Terry Wilcutt. Colonel, I'm sorry. Anyway, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a Western graduate, a native Kentuckian, and I've been at NASA where I flew 4 shuttle missions.
Interesting. And what do we need to do, what do you think we need to do to get more students interested in the STEM fields?
I think one of the things is first offer good courses, which of course you have here at the Gatton Academy in Western Kentucky University. The other thing is show them what you do with those STEM classes. You know, it's the fields that you need to have majored in if you want to build something. In my case, if you want to go to Mars, if you want to go back to the moon, if you want to build a spaceship or work on some medical breakthrough or material breakthrough, then it requires an education in the STEM subjects. So if you tell people that the most exciting works, you want to build a robot that's going to walk on Mars, you want to drive that robot, then major in STEM courses, and that'll give you the opportunity to do that, or at least the basis.
So is the opportunities that will excite people?
I think so. Just think if you want to make a difference in the world, in the environment, well, you're going to have to study some science field to do that. And if you want to make a difference in food production, if you want to make a difference in energy conservation, water conservation, all those require technical degrees that go right back to STEM courses.
Okay.
So that's it. You've got to tie those courses to people's dreams and their aspirations to do good, to somehow serve humanity. Well, those STEM courses allow you to do that. They give you an opportunity.
And being an astronaut, do you feel that you've helped the world?
I think so, because what we do is environmental research, climate change research. We looked at new ways to recycle scarce resources. We've pushed the boundaries in medical equipment, medical technology, energy use. You know, the shuttle's powered by fuel cells, so all they generate is electricity, heat, and water. And that technology that they're looking at to put fuel cells in cars has its home in the space shuttle.
It's really, really cool.
That's what STEM education is. It is really, really cool.
Okay. What is the most exciting part, in your opinion, of working with NASA?
Well, I guess I'd have 2 ways to look at that. One is obviously flying in the shuttle and commanding those missions would be the most exciting part. But the other side of that is actually getting a chance to contribute to the greater good of people on Earth, and particularly this country, because the things that we do look at, energy, environment, exploration, those are good for the planet, and it's nice to have had a part in that. I hope that answers your question.
It did. Okay, and what suggestions or advice would you give to any future astronauts watching?
Well, it's like I talked about in my presentation earlier. You know, one, you've got to major in math, science, or engineering. It doesn't matter what particular discipline in there. It just has to be some type of science, some type of engineering. And then have the nerve and the belief in yourself to actually apply. So many people do those, but they never have the nerve. They're always afraid, what if NASA says no? Well, what if they do? Then take another course and reapply a couple years later. You've got to believe in yourself enough to actually send in the application to the astronaut office or to NASA if you want to work there as an engineer or scientist.
How many times did you apply, if you don't mind me asking?
I just applied once, and I was fortunate because most people have had to apply more than once, but obviously my timing was good, and it just worked out for me. It doesn't mean that I couldn't have. If I had been rejected, then 2 years later when they had another class, I would have sent my application back in. Once I decided that's what I wanted to do, then I would have just made myself more qualified and applied again until I ran out of time to do it.
It takes a lot of courage.
It's not the physical kind of courage, though. It's the moral or mental courage to actually risk being told no when it's something that you want to do. If you have a dream, don't let someone tell you no without giving it your absolute best shot. And that all begins with having the nerve, one, to get a technical degree, and then having the nerve to send in an application. And because only 2 things can happen. If you say yes or no, at least you got a 50-50 chance. If you never apply, then you have no chance at all.
That's a great point. Okay, and for the last question, what would you hope to see NASA accomplish by the year 2050?
2050?
Mm-hmm.
I hope we've made a difference in a lot of different areas. One, I hope we've been to Mars and back. Two, I hope some of the technology that we've developed for recycling scarce resources, getting rid of filtering air pollution out of our atmosphere, conserving energy, recycling water. I hope those things are passed on to society and become commonplace, because they're not making any more water. Energy is getting scarcer and scarcer, and the environment needs to be taken care of. We do that every day in our spaceships because they're closed systems, and that technology needs to come down here on Earth. But that's what we do. We develop this, and then we pass it on to the commercial sector. So that's what I hope we see.
Interesting.
I guess there's one other thing I should throw in. I'd like to see peace on Earth, and that's with the International Space Station and 17 nations working together. Our invitation to China to join us, hopefully that will help foster an environment where countries start working together all over the planet.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today.
It's been my pleasure.
And for coming to WKU or visiting faculty.
This is one of my homes away from home. It's good to be